Everyone talks about building a six-figure businesses, but no one talks about how to make the first 10K. And that's the only numbers that matters for you. Because if you can make 10K once, you can scale it to 100K and then scale it to million. In this video, we're breaking down exactly what we would do if we had to start from zero with no followers, no budget, no team, just strategy, passion, and 5 moves to get paid. My first clients were my friends.
You'll find out that there in some ways there are 9 steps. In other ways, it's like 11 steps in this funnel.
It's like business inside a business.
You really need to be, aware of, how your funnel looks like and what's the touch points with your customer.
More sales just because of smart funnel. So this video is about how to get your first 10K with online businesses. And Nikita is also here with me for a next episode again. So the first step, which I think we need to explain to our viewers, is they need to master their product or services. So they need to choose it and they need to master it. Do you have any advices and tips where to start?
Yep, some guys as always. So let's just try to bring it down, really in details, right? And why I think as well that, everything starts with the product or the service, right? And mastering it is just because there are too many really low quality services or really shitty products, unfortunately, right? And that's the problem nowadays. So that's why, let's talk about the agencies, for example, right? And about the services. So for example, we were onboarding the recent client and we're, advising him about, what to improve, what they should do with the marketing, how to upgrade. We're making the audit. And then he said a really funny quote, and he said like, yeah, but every agency, says that something is wrong, right? So the different agency is doing like bad thing, the raw thing, right? And it is really hard to find out, which one is the truth. The same with the product, right? There are really too many these drop shipping guys who are trying to replicate, the someone's success. So we all know successful story about the Gymshark, right? And right now those youngsters, they're trying, to become athletes, and they're already building their, brands, around them, and to kind of try to get some money. But their products is, it's really, really bad, right? Do you have like any ideas how can those who only start, find a really good quality product, or, how to start and not be shitty, in what you are doing, as a service?
Yeah, I can give you more advices, obviously, about services, because what I'm doing is marketing with my team, and this counts as a service.
Yep.
So with the services, it's quite easy to do because we are living today with AI. The easiest thing what you should start doing is just ask AI as much questions as you can about your product and services, because AI is definitely smarter than you. AI has better analytics, more data, and it's a good way to start, because when you're just trying to aim 10K, obviously you don't have enough money and you don't have enough budget to go with focus groups, to improve the product, to work on the packaging, to attract attention, to work on colors. You just need something to start with. AI is $20 for ChatGPT Pro,
Yep.
or even for free.
Yeah.
Just type what's your thoughts about the service, especially because if you are like, yeah, I'm a gym coach and I want to sell my services as a course,
Yep.
or to private lessons, or private program, or nutrition, or marketer, or crypto expert, whatever, it doesn't matter. Just ask a couple of questions and then move on with it. But you need to understand that you need to pack your product, and you need to find this way that it's clear offer, packed in a good way. So some branding there, some logo. Again, we are here with AI. AI can help you with a super small budget for that. So this is a really good starting point. Nikita, what's the next one? What you would do next one after the product?
Yeah, just because, again, so in our agency, we had some clients that, came to us with the idea that, we have product, right? We have the landing page, but there are no visitors in the space, or there are no sales. So they only have, the baseline, right? And in my opinion, the second step for those who are only starting their journey, right, from zero to this 10 grand a month, is that they need to find a way how to make the first customer, first purchase without the ad budget, right? And it is really, really crucial. So, in my opinion, as we just said, that the good quality product is, the most important part here, right? And then I really seen many different businesses that just, founders just burned out, right? They have like no money. They've got sold this idea that you need to fill the ad budget really heavily, and if you have no money for ad budget, your business is not sustainable, right? So it's not possible for a business to grow, right? And in my opinion, again, finding the way to get first customer for free is the must have, right? So that's how, for example, we check our businesses, right, and for our clients, right? So they have maybe any like kind of thoughts, how and where those people who are listening to us could find their first customers, but with no ad budget.
Yep. I have my own experience. When I was a teenager, obviously I tried to earn some money, and we started kind of. It wasn't e-comp at that time. It was just we were buying products and
Yeah.
trying to sell them more expensive. So my first clients were my friends, because this is a very easy touch point, because you're meeting like playing football together or just walking around, and you just say, "Hey, I bought something really cool. Would you actually consider to buying it for this amount of
Yep.
money?" And he's like, "Oh, interesting. What is it about?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's really cool. Like I have it and you would have it as well." And this is already experience of as a salesman. You're pitching the product, you're selling the product directly to the customer. A very, very, very nice skill, because now we are living in a world where we are like kind of selling online.
Yeah.
But to sell directly to person, it's a different level.
Yeah.
So this experience I had, and after the friends of mine, like they went out to their friends,
Yeah.
brought more clients, and we started there. Obviously, I'm not saying this business grew up to the corporation, to the big company, and I'm still on it. No, of course it was kind of tens sales, like 10, 11, I don't remember, like very small amount for sales, and we just quit it. But it was nice experience to sell. So when you are just trying to find this first kind of customer,
Yep.
go to friends, go to family,
Yeah.
go to your partners, go to anyone you can reach.
Yep.
Or obviously we're moving towards the second step, and social medias are giving us this opportunity today.
Yep.
While you're just sitting at home, all accounts are for free to create.
Yep.
Do your brand account and start pushing. Go to reviews, go to like comments, and put there like, "Hey, yeah," but don't just put some strange messages there, just
Yeah.
spamming, "Hey, buy this product." It's not gonna work. You're
Yeah.
gonna be banned. Gonna end up
Yeah.
pretty badly. But just do it smartly. So listen what the topic is about, and try to kind of put your product link or
Yeah.
description about your product, or explain the needs of your product
Yeah.
in there. So use social media as a maximum channel. So
Yeah.
maybe Nikita,
Yeah,
you
I
have
really
something.
wanted to interrupt you real quick here, and I just like recently got this really fun history, just because the one guy messaged me on Instagram, and it was just like scripted message, kind of days long, just a long read with some ideas there how I need their service, and they were making something around the travel or whatever, I don't really remember. So, but some like service, and it was the one message, the long read. Then like 5 hours later, it was the second long read. Then the third one, and then I messaged the guy like, okay, stop this script, sending me this like scripted messages. I really hate it. It's annoying. I will kind of block your account. I will never become your customer. And then 8 hours later, he sent me a message. It's not the script. It's me. I'm just like, okay, I got you, my friend, right? So it was pretty clear. And the same again is just the spamming, right? The spamming is not gonna work right here. But yeah, again, I really think that if you're trying to build something meaningful, right? If you want to be useful, if you want to have and give like suggestions that's really valuable, right? That's what you're doing, when you go out there on the net, right? So basically, when you go online, try to be useful, try to be helpful to the people, and you will for sure get these like first leads, right? But okay, then so let's say those guys are there, they have their product, they just pretty good, pretty decent products, right? They also got few sales maybe here and there, so maybe some friends, maybe some friend of friends or whatever, maybe online sales as well. But what they should do next?
Well, I think the next step should be building a funnel, at least starting building a funnel, because Yeah, it's good to sell to do the first sales, but obviously, I think it would be personal sales.
Yep.
But you don't have any infrastructure, any structure of your business. You need to build a website, or maybe not a website, but you need to build something which is owned by you.
Yep.
Then you need to understand how to work with paying
Yep.
software, paying tools, to actually check out the
Yep.
customers. You need to work on a company. So you need to, in a legal field, you need to
Yep.
work on. So you need to understand your roadmap as a business, and in parallel, you need to understand the roadmap of your customers.
Yeah.
Roadmap of the business is complicated stuff. Probably we're gonna cover it in other videos because we all know how many problems and can be on this way. Let's talk about roadmap of the customer. So when the customer is surfing, for example, Instagram, yeah, and your videos came up, your content, or the customer just read your comment under some influencer video. What's happening next? Moving towards your page, or moving towards your landing page, your own already like website, or moving to your account and you can sell in your account, and this is a main selling point. Or what's happening? You need to understand this logic, because it's all different, and this affects on the sales, this affects on the strategy. If the person is moving to landing page, okay, what's happening on that landing page? Is it like just product page, or it's main page where you're just trying, or it's any other page where you're collecting some data? Maybe it's something random and you don't know how to control it. If it's to account, okay, what's happening there? So you need to understand, because the real funnel is a big work. And I know from our experience with our clients, we had clients with a really good funnels when they came to us, and we had clients with almost no funnels. They did sales in a random way, so no ads, no funnels. But yeah, different story. And the funnel actually affected on businesses. I would say it's maybe second the most effective thing in the business. If your funnel is very smartly built, you can increase times, not percentages, but it's 2, 3, 4, 5 times more sales just because of smart funnel. So have you built any funnels for your customers, or any interesting stories?
Yeah, so actually, I was just like, listening to you here, and around the funnels, I got myself on an opinion that it might be really, really hard to those guys out there, just because let's be honest, the funnel model that we're all talking about, for example, is top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel, right? Then we have AIDA model, which is really, really popular. Then if we go deeper to this, like top of funnel and bottom of funnel, funnel model, you'll find out that there in some ways there are 9 steps. In other ways, it's like 11 steps in this funnel. True. Right? Then you will have the recent study from the Google Ads team about the messy middle purchase journey, right? And it's completely new theory, right? And we'll obviously, I really think that, I really would love to share this this content with our guys. So I believe let's just go with this way, right? If you just guys drop the Google word inside the comments, we'll send you the link to this research, which is really, really useful for you to understand how the customer purchase journey like changes nowadays, right? But yeah, so let's say even from here, we already have 4 different funnels, right? Yeah. And it's only 4 different concepts of funnels, right? We're not talking about like each like steps even, right? So what I wanted to emphasize here, that the first touch with the business is when your potential customers have seen at least your ad or your online video, right? So organic video. That's already your first interaction with the client, and where's your, interaction with your potential customers start, right? And that's is crucial, just because I've really seen that some videos, and especially some entrepreneurs, they're just posting some random, weird, funny videos out there, and they think like, okay, so my customer will not see this, right? But they will see, this ad, for example. That's not gonna work. You really need to be, aware of, how your funnel looks like and what's the touch points with your customers, right? As well, we had a really, really fun and cool case with some digital product business, right, where we've basically tried to avoid the website landing page in general and go from the ad creatives directly to the bot, right? That converts, client, custom users, sorry, into the customers inside this chatbot, right? It was pretty fun experience. We actually, we've seen that our conversion rate increased by 20%, right? But the problem there was it was really, really hard to scale, right? So we've reached to the point where, these older audiences, they still need to have, the website and to find, some information, to read some information, online, right? So it was really hard for us to convert them into the chatbots. But this was still pretty fun, pretty cool, just this small experience, how to, avoid the website in general, right? So anything cool you have to share here as well?
Yeah, the only thing I want to tell our viewers is we can't explain you everything about the funnels, not
Yeah.
because we don't know about it. It's because it's gonna take ages.
Yeah.
And this is our long years of experience by building, because funnel is a very interesting one in marketing because it's like a Lego.
Yep.
You can add something, you can delete something, and any like your movement can affect the business, can
Yep.
affect the sales. You need to be very careful, but at the same time you need to be creative and risky, because if you're doing something what your competitors not doing, probably this is the way how you can become better, how you can be above them.
Yep.
But if you're just with everybody else doing exactly the same, probably you're going to be on the same level as competitors or behind them. And here's the thing, like Nikita just mentioned, good examples, and that it's plenty of information about the funnels.
Yeah.
You need to read it by yourself. You need to learn it by yourself. The only thing I can tell you is that we will try to do as more content as we can to explain how it works in more details.
Yep.
But here's nothing else I can tell you.
Yeah.
A lot of things happening there, but we basically need to move on and understand what your next step will be. So Nikita, what you think can be this number 4 step to
Yep.
actually get to this number?
So let's just summarize everything we just said right inside this video. So the first step, you need to master your product, right, or service. You need to have the really, really great quality product. The step 2, you need to find your first customers and first sales without the ad budget, right? So just to test this if it's like gonna work or not. Step 3, obviously, building the funnel, understanding how you will get more customers consistently to your business, right? And in my opinion, when you have all these 3 steps, the next step is just to scale this business or build a team. And this is important, right? Just because you can scale either vertically or horizontally, right? And right now we were trying to just scale this like vertically, right? So make this step by step and make it like everything by ourselves, right? If it's the young entrepreneur, it is, it's really fun, right? Where, we're starting the business and, everything from the product design, product manufacturing, to the ads, to the CFO, staff, financing, credits, debts, like whatever. But if you really want to be sustainable, you have to start to delegate things, right? You have to hire some employees. You have to hire experts. And the main thing here is you really want to be the stupidest in the room when you're talking with your workers and when it's your employees, right? That's the point. I really want, when I'm talking to my marketing manager, I really want to hear some new information from him. I don't really want, him, reporting for me that everything I already know. What's the sense? Why I'm paying him, right? I really want to hear something new. So then, in your opinion, let's say, you get to the point where you want to build your team, right? You want to start, you build your team. You understand that you have to hire someone, right? But whom would you hire? From the start, the first one, the first employee. Who would it be?
Okay, I'm gonna give you some introduction about my team, and this is the biggest pain I had over my marketing career, to find best team on the market.
Yeah.
This is like people is a resource which is really hard to find,
Yep.
really hard to keep, and really hard to actually somehow give them passion about what you're doing, to motivate them. It's completely different business. It's
Yep.
like business inside a business. But obviously, I would start with the guy who's gonna help you with some daily job you're doing,
Yeah.
because this takes the most of your time. For example, if you have your sales through DMs,
Yep.
And you are just, yeah, automation. We all know about Make. We all know about AIs. We know about Zapier.
Yep.
All good. But at the same time, you need kind of customer support. If the customers are asking you a question and their chatbots working, you can connect GPT with a API code to your chatbot. It will work as well. Not the same as the customer support from the real person who's
Yep.
knows about the product, who can push for sale. It's completely not this. At the same time, yeah. So first of all, if you're just building this small team, you
Yep.
need somebody who's gonna do everything. Basically, this is how it works. You
Yeah.
need the guy who's gonna answer on DMs. You need the guy who's gonna print some stuff. You need the guy who's gonna do a sales call if needed. You need the guy who's gonna do presentation for your sale call because it's like cool client or client with a big check. So it should be just this. When you're growing your team, it's already like 5 people, 7 people, 10 people. Yeah, you already can give them roles.
Yep.
It's not like the guy is doing everything or the girl is doing everything. Yeah, it should be already you are doing customer support, you are doing product development, you are doing finances, you are doing legal part, you are doing brand, you are doing content.
Yep.
And probably I would choose like the biggest at the beginning to choose the guys who are doing content, because we all know and we discussed in our previous videos that content is a key one, is a king now. But yeah, seriously, it's a pain. I'm preparing the separate video about like how I collected my team, how I found them. But I can tell you that it's all starting from Fiverr or Upwork. Or if you are super lucky and you have your friend in the same field area what you are doing, like for mine it was marketing or specific task like content creator, and it's your friend, yeah, hire him for the beginning at least. Yeah, I know that it's not always the best idea to do a business with your friends or family members, but at the beginning it's the best way to do it, because to find somebody very professional on the market, they're gonna ask you, okay, how many clients you have, who's on your team, what's the salary, what's the benefits we have, where's the office is based, or are we remote work, so when are we working, where's HR, etc. It's many questions that you're asking, because they are always waiting for some great big company coming exactly to them and searching for them. You are just starting, you don't have anything of this, so it's or your friend or just Fiverr, Upwork. And probably because you don't have budget and just aiming to get to 10K, probably is going to be kind of, I would say, low budget specialist. But together with him, you can grow. He can grow in his area, like, I don't know, making TikToks for you. He can grow and do it better. You can grow kind of managing this guy. So this partnership would work for you. So Nikita, do you have any tips as well how to build a team?
Yeah, so from what I've done basically, so I've hired the first guy in my team was the guy that was fixing and making the task I really hate. So when and I really genuinely believe here that you really need to delegate things that you genuinely hate first, right? Just because if you're opening your laptop, right, and you are entrepreneurs, you might be whatever in the world, right, and you start working, and then you are trying to delay this task, for night, right? And you're sitting at night and you genuinely think that, yeah, I hate this task. I don't really want to do this. It might be really different. It might be, writing the emails or making the designs or creating the ad campaigns or doing the product development, right? So whatever, right? It's just about you, right? So it might be the case, for example, where you love to sell, right? So, and you just like sell your business to everyone, so you basically become your sell guy, like in the sale department, and that's everything is nice, it's good just because you love it, right? I know the other entrepreneurs and they really hate and they're really bad in selling, right? They don't really want to do this, right? As an entrepreneur, and everyone know this, that the every entrepreneur is the salesperson, right? Just because it's pretty easy, you have to sell yourself, right? But still, there are a lot of people out there who actually hate this, right? So they're delegating this like sales things first. But again, as I said, find the task and the issues that you are struggling the most, and hire the person that will help you, as fast as possible, right? And that's it. And then we'll just you will get rid of the extra pain that you have, right? And your life will be much easier, right? So again, as we just discussed, so with a proper team and everything that we've discussed before, you could already reach this 10 grand a month, right? And let's be honest, with this setup, you could reach the 10 grand, the 20 grand, the 15 grand, and even further, right? But then, what should those guys do once they've reached to this like 10 grand a month mark?
Ah, this one is what I like the most. Guys, just enjoy this 10K
Yeah.
which you're earning. Enjoy this freedom, enjoy this life, because you don't need to go from this 9 to 5 work anymore. You don't need to search, oh, what work I should do. This is freedom. You're starting from 10K and you scale.
Yeah.
So this is. I remember my point, and this was completely life change. What do we like to say? Uh, Life completely changed, and yeah, we started with a team. It was a small team. We started with marketing offers, marketing services, developed them. Now we have that much clients that basically I don't need to promote. I don't
Yeah.
need to promote agency. I don't need to sell anything.
Yeah.
We have enough. We basically have. We are full, and we are trying to scale. We are scaling. We have enough clients. We're scaling. We have again enough clients. So seriously, what my team is really saying to me that, hey, probably not the best idea at the beginning,
Yeah.
but guys, for you, in some period of time, I'm planning to do like some calendar spots and do like 15 minutes conversations with you, discussions. Maybe I can advise on your problem or give you some tips, and it's gonna be one by one, totally free, just for, because this is market insights. Maybe I don't know anything about what's happening like with low budgets right now, because
Yeah.
our clients with high checks. Maybe something interesting will come up, or I will be up for helping a project just for free to show how me and my team are working. So we are thinking about it, but as soon as I will decide to do it, I will let you know in the next videos. And thank you for this video. Please share it if you think it's good with somebody who actually need it. Subscribe to this channel and obviously push the like button. This is very important for me right now. Thank you very much, and thank you, Nikita, for being here.
Yep. Thanks, Dan, for having me here. And I really beg you, if you have like really cool inquiries, with this like consulting thing, just let me know. It might be the case where we just like hop on this call like together and
Yeah,
maybe
100%.
try to give like more value to the guys,
No,
right?
it's really
So
cool.
yeah, it might be really cool. Okay. Thank you guys, and
Thank
see
you, guys.